Hello everyone, and thanks for stopping by to Scrap and Crafts with Terry. Today we're going to do another, it's like a challenge put on by Suzanne at Nonstop Papercraft, and she calls it Thursday Stash Bash. Well, of course today's not Thursday, but that's okay. And what she did was an altered paper clip with a pen holder. So that's what we're going to do today. I like making altered paper clips, and we're going to make one with the little elastic thing on the side to hold your pen. So if you like my video today, I just ask that you give me a thumbs up, like and subscribe, check out my other videos. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Now this paper here, you want to use a little bit heavier paper, especially because of the elastic being on there. These were just lighter weight papers. So all I did was I cut two of the little birdies and I just glued them together to make it a little stiffer. And then this being inside will make the whole thing a little stiffer. So what we're going to do, I want this bird to be on the outside. Both are pretty, but I want this little bird. My daughter works in a library at school, so I thought this would be really, really cute for her to have there. She can have her pen in her whatever book she keeps track of stuff in. So we're going to make this and give it to her. So we're just going to fold it in half, and we're going to fold this piece in half. Now this has a little bit of texture to it, so I'm going to fold that in so I don't have to worry about the glue not sticking. And we're just going to fold this in half. And then I'm going to round the corners, just because I like the corners rounded. I think they look neater. And with this paper glued together, it's more stable. Okay. And then I'm just going to ink around them a little bit just to kind of highlight the white paper that you might see from it. Or to hide it. I don't know if you want to highlight it, but you can hide it. We'll just do that. And on the top here, because this is where your elastic is going to go through, I'm just going to make a couple little marks because we have to cut this. I'll try to get it in the center. Just make a couple little marks. I think I'm up there where I belong. And then we're just going to use our scissors and kind of, and you don't want to cut down real deep. You just want to cut like a groove in your paper. Trying to look through bifocals doesn't always help when you're doing something up close. All right, let's check this out. See if it fits in there. Yes, it does. So I'll just go ahead and ink that just to cover up that white. And then I'm just going to ink a little tiny bit around this pink, just to cover it up. That's all you have to do on that, because this is going to be on the inside. You don't have to ink anything if you don't want. Now, what you're going to do with your, well, let me see. These pieces here are like 3 inches by 1 3/4 inches. That's what these are. And then your elastic, you want to cut it by about 2.5 inches. And this piece is 1 inch wide, so has some stretch to it. Now all you're going to do is fold your elastic over, and you want to kind of compare with your pen that you're going to use. Now I know she has a pen like this, so I'm going to make it fit this pen. And you're just going to slide it on your pen. Make a little mark. You know, you can give it a little stretch, but I wouldn't overstretch it to make it too tight, because then it's hard to get in and out of there. Just make a little mark on your elastic so you can pull your pen in and out. And then you're going to sew it, whether you sew it on your sewing machine or you sew by hand. I don't know if glue by itself will hold, because there's quite a bit of force on there. So I already did one. I just stitched it by hand. I have a sewing machine, but yeah, I don't like to sew that much on my sewing machine, so I just stitched it by hand. And my pen fits down in there, and it has a good grip on it. So then you're going to make sure you have your outside. You're going to just slip your elastic in the hole. Now if you have heavier weight paper like cardstock would work good on this. But if you don't have cardstock and you have the lighter weight papers, you can just do like I did and double them. Glue them together. All right. So we're just going to stick that in there. Make sure we have it where we want. Just kind of hold on to it. And that holds your that holds your pen. So we're just going to open this up. And I didn't cut these very straight, but you're not even going to see it. This is just going to be opened inside, and we're going to glue. And I'm going to use Fabri-Tac. You want to use a heavier glue to make sure that it's going to hold your elastic to your paper. And it takes a couple minutes for it to set up, even with the Fabri-Tac. So we'll put a good amount on there. It doesn't have, you don't have to put an overabundance, but a good amount. Try to get my stitches down as close to that hole as I can. You can still see them somewhat, but that doesn't even matter. And then we're going to put some on the back. I have to say, Suzanne comes up with some pretty cool projects. It's fun, a lot of fun. This is in her private group, so you have to go on her channel. So we'll just hold that for a second. Let it kind of adhere. And if you have different colored elastic, you know, if something will coordinate with whatever paper you use, you can do that also. And that would look pretty cool. Okay. Then we're going to take our inside paper, stick our paper clip on it, and that'll just sit right up. I gotta turn it around. That'll just sit right up in there, right inside. And now when you glue this in, you're gonna have some hanging down. And if you don't like that hanging down, you can cut it off. I think it looks good because you have pink in the bird, and then I have pink hanging down there, and I think that looks real good. Now you want to make sure you don't glue your pink one shut. So when you're gluing around this, don't get too close to your edge so you glue it shut. You're actually going to want to put your glue on this paper. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Make sure you put a little extra on your elastic so it holds good, and get around your edges. You don't want your glue oozing out, but you want enough that you know it's going to hold. And then I stuck my finger in it. And you're just going to push that together. You want to make sure that your sides adhere and your bottom does. Push it up in there as far as what you can get it to push, which won't be all the way because of your elastic and then, you know, your paper clip. And we can open this up and make sure you have glue on your paper clip too. I didn't actually go around the paper clip on the other side, but you want to make sure you get glue on your paper clip, and that'll hold that in place for sure. And we're just going to close this up. If you have extras sticking out over the side that you don't want, you can trim it after you get it all glued and it sets. If you want this trimmed off, you can trim that. I think it looks pretty good like that. Now, of course, my train of thought went directly to, oh, I want to put a gem on here, but you don't want to put a gem on there because it'll get stuck on your book page. I just like gems. So when we think that it's stuck enough, we can stick our pen in there. Seeing that hold your pen good. And then we'll just use this little pad of paper. And let me get a different color. And we'll just stick this right on here. So your paper goes in between the two pink, whatever you have on the inside. And then you would close your book up. And there is your paper clip with your pen. Cool, huh? So that works. I like that. I like that a lot. Now, if you have cardstock and you don't have to glue your papers together, or you can just use coordinating papers. I could have just done two with the bird, but I thought these two colors went together. So you can use the same piece for the inside and outside both, completely up to you. It's however you want your paper clip to look. So I think my daughter will like this for on her desk at school. And that's my video for today. So I hope everybody liked it. Let me know. Altered paper clip with a pen holder. Let me know what you think. Come back and see me for my next video. Until then, have a nice day and happy crafting. Bye for now.